Now, this Zoom is going to be the first step of the challenge. And the first step is to recruit 4 people that upgrade to Pro and also know what they're going to do. Now, after this Zoom, we're going to go on to the second step. The next Zoom is going to be the line 2, and that is getting your 4 pros to get 4 pros as well. And that's going to give you your money back and some. So then after that, we're going to go to the third step on the Zoom after that, and we're going to talk about getting the whole 3 lines, the whole 3 bottom lines, duplicating what you and your first 4 just did. Now, the reason for that is obviously to hit our target of $2,728 per month. Now, at the end of that, we're going to have another Zoom, and it's going to be more about tactics and that sort of thing. So not only are we going to give you the steps step by step by following along these Zooms, we're also going to go over a lot of tactics towards the end in another Zoom. The first thing we're going to talk about, and that is the first thing you need to know, and that before you can even do this challenge, you're going to have to go Pro, and you're going to have to educate yourself on what Pro is. Now, the reason you need to educate yourself on what Pro is because you're going to be recruiting people to go Pro, so you're going to need to answer their questions. So the first thing you want to do, and that is understand what Webtalk is. So Webtalk is an all-in-one networking platform, kind of like LinkedIn cross with Facebook, except better. So you're going to get the question a lot of times because what we are doing, we are referring Webtalk and then giving the Webtalkers the challenge. Okay, so we're not giving them the challenge and then Webtalk. We're giving them Webtalk and then the challenge. We're just using the challenge as bait, as our hook and bait to catch those people to get them into Webtalk. Now, once you got them into Webtalk and get them into the challenge is majority of the challenge will convert them into pros, but every now and again they're going to be asking you questions. Now, the questions are, why should they upgrade to Pro? Now, there's 2 main reasons to upgrade to Pro. Now, the first one is the features. Any Pro member gets features. They include remove ads, premium messaging, premium search, all this sort of stuff. There's a few different features. You really want to understand and educate yourself on them. So go in the back office and look in what you actually get for the Pro. Now, the other one is the one that most people are going to be coming in from, and that is the current and future ways they are going to earn from being a Pro. So the first ways they're going to earn is the ones we've got so far, and that is 10% of ad revenue, 10% residual Pro upgrades, and that is what we're utilizing to make this challenge work. And then we've got 10% commissions on all other referral purchases, and $5 for every new recruit. So every new recruit, you're going to get a $5 bonus as well. That's going to get unlocked the moment they make the first withdrawal. Then we've also got future revenue streams. Now, future revenue streams are stuff like marketplace, travel, games, classified. So anyone that you bring in, you are going to be earning 10% from the revenue generated with these as well. But the main reason that you're going to be utilizing to get people to upgrade to Pro, and that is it unlocks 5 levels of commission. And that is how this whole system works. That is how this challenge is going to work with the 5 levels of duplication. So the first thing I want everybody to take serious, and that is messaging your list. Now, the good thing about this challenge is you need 4 people to take action. That's it. So if you've got 100 Facebook friends, you can get a no 96 times and still complete this challenge. Yeah, a lot of people are so focused on the negative parts of recruiting, and that's, oh, they're probably going to say no, they're probably going to say no. Who cares? Because if you've got 100 Facebook friends, 96 of them can say no, and you can still complete this challenge. That is literally how simple it is to get 4 people. Like if you've got 1,000 Facebook friends or 1,000 Instagram followers, guess what? That means you can get a no 996 times and still complete this challenge. This challenge is probably one of the most simple and easiest things to do online if you actually duplicate it and follow along. So the next one is don't think. So when you message in your list is anyone that you know, okay? Anyone. So it could be an old boss, it could be an old friend, it could be someone that you haven't seen for years. If they're in your contact list, in your phone book, or you're going to see them when you're at the shop, they are your list. You want to ask them the question. It's not going to kill you. So don't think too much. All you are doing is taking them from not knowing to knowing. Thinking too much makes you not do, and not doing gets no result. So a lot of people, what they're going to do when they come into something like this is they're going to be very hesitant to tell their friends. If you're hesitant to tell your friends, you're going to always be hesitant. You're going to not do it. You're going to get no results. Those no results are going to discourage you, and then you're going to not do it more. So it's just a big compounding effect, but the wrong way. We want to go up, not down. So the next one, to be able to approach these people, you need to believe. Now, believe it will work For example, if I guarantee you that you're going to earn 2,700 per month if you send a message to someone you're nervous about sending it, would you do it? Yes, you would. Why would you do it? Because I guaranteed you the $2,700 per month. Okay, so when there's a certainty, you believe in it. But the reason why is because inside you're not believing in it, and that is what makes you nervous about approaching a person. For example, if I was to have $2,700 and I went to the shopping mall and I was giving out the $2,700, do you think I would care about those people that say no? I wouldn't care. I'd keep going to give that $2,700 to those that say yes, to those that want it. I wouldn't be ashamed to do that. And that is the same thing with anything like this. You've got to believe that it's going to work. If you do not believe it's going to work, you are not going to take the actions needed to make it work. The next one is don't quit. Okay, so I couldn't tell you how many are going to quit, and they're going to quit after 1, 2, or even 3, and then they're going to quit. Remember, every person is 25%. If you have one person willing to do this, you are already 25% through the challenge. Okay, one person that is doing this challenge, willing to do this, you've already completed 25% of it. You've got 75% to go. If you get 3, that is 75%. Okay, a lot of people, they're going to get 3 and then they're going to be like, well, that was hard to get 3, and then they'll quit. But they don't realize they were 75% of the way there. So really think of it like that. Every one person is 25%. You need 4 to make 100%. And the next one, just do it. So what I mean by just do it, when you get off this Zoom call, go and message some people. When you watch this Zoom replay, go and message people now as we're talking. Okay, just do it. If you're not doing it, you're never going to do it. And then that goes back to this the second one about thinking too much, and it's just does that compounding effect and just makes it worse. So the next slide we've got here. Now, there's tasks to do with this challenge. Now, these tasks on the challenge are for a reason, okay? So majority of your referrals are going to come through people you know, your warm market. They are your warm leads. They are the people that are more than likely going to join you on Webtalk, whether or not they're going to do the challenge or not. Now, if they join you on Webtalk, you want to bring them to the challenge, whether or not they want to do it, because some will change their mind. Now, these tasks that are on the site, majority of referrals are not going to come from these tasks. I dare say you're going to get 4 in the same time, 4 from your message in your list in the same time as you're going to get 1 from this task. But this task is not just for you, this is for your recruits. So you need to do these tasks. Now, the reason you need to do these tasks is because it takes 10 minutes or less a day. Like, it's that simple. There's got the groups on the page, on the actual challenge page, as you've already seen, and you've got all the promotion material there, or you can just make your own. Now, if you're not doing these tasks, you're going to have recruits that come in that are also not going to do these tasks, because they're going to follow these Facebook pages, these Facebook groups, and then they're going to see you as the upline not doing it. So even if you get 4, so once you have referred, once you have a referral and you give them this challenge, they will not do what you are not doing. Okay, they're not going to go and do this task if you are not doing it. So a lot of people are like, well, I'm not going to refer like that, so I'm not going to do the task. Okay? And that's fine, that's simple, but you still want to do the task for those that come in and see you. If they're your referral, your recruit, and they're following them Facebook page, it doesn't matter if they see me doing it, they're going to follow you because you're the one that bring them in. Okay, so even if you have 4, this will show the 4 that you believe in the challenge. That belief will spread. Okay, if you are doing what the task says on the challenge, 10 minutes a day or 10 minutes 3 times a week or something, they're going to be seeing it and they're going to know that you believe in the challenge. Now, that belief is going to wear on them. If you're not doing it, you might be referring on the side. You might still be getting your 4, but are they going to refer on the side and get their 4? Or are they going to want to do this, but then see you not doing this and not do it? Okay, so you really want to do this task. It's 10 minutes a day. So you want to do this task. This is a front page task on the site. If you're watching this, you should already know what that is. Make sure you're doing this task, because if you're not, your referrals more than likely won't. So the next one, I'm just going to talk through a few different ways to get some more results. We're going to talk more in the later Zooms, but just to help you guys, because it's really good to work on yourself and improve, because it doesn't matter what program you're in, there's so many different ways to refer people and that sort of stuff. So there's a few different ways, and I've used every single method here, okay? And I know other people that have used every single method here. Now, the first way, if you know that someone is good and they could be good, but let's just say they're giving you an excuse like, oh, well, maybe next month I'll have the $20, but this month I don't have it. It doesn't hurt to pay it forward. Now, if they're saying next month I might have the money, so they're willing to pay next month, but that's what they're saying now, they're more than likely going to get to next month and then say, well, hang on, no, I was a bit short, but the next month I'll have the money. So if you pay it forward and pay this first month, so if you see this as a business, it just makes sense, okay, to invest into it. Paying the first month for someone is a risk of $20, but the reward could be huge. And everybody, I don't know how many people you guys know, like who's watching, but everyone knows someone's putting something off over and over again. They'll say, I'll go to the gym next month. I'll go to the gym next month. I'll go to the gym next month. It's the same with this. They're going to continuously put it off and not upgrade. But if you was to do that first upgrade to those people that are saying next month, they are going to then be locked in that monthly, be locked in for that monthly $20 a month contract. So and not only that, in that first month, because you paid it for them, they're going to feel obligated to return the favor. This is the best time to get them into the challenge. This is the best time to get them active. This is the best time to congratulate them on the page, all that sort of stuff, because this is the time they're going to feel obligated in that first month. Now, every now and again, one will pull out after that first month, but if they were already saying they're going to do it when they can afford to do it, then it's a good idea to get them in, okay? Because they're already thinking about upgrading, but they're going to be thinking about upgrading next month as well, and the next month as well, because this just tends to happen with everybody. Okay, so next one, post daily in Webtalk and share it to Facebook. Now this, it's very rare to get a sign up like this, but every now and again, you'll be surprised and you'll get someone that you didn't even know was watching you. It's happened to me over and over again. It's happened to heaps of my downline over and over again. All of a sudden, they get a referral. They don't know where it come from. Majority of the time, it's because they're posting on Webtalk each day and they're sharing it from Webtalk to their Facebook page. You'll be surprised how many shadow people are actually watching. The next one, create profiles on other social platforms. I personally recommend YouTube, but let's just say there's so many people out there, and I'll say, do you refer on Instagram? No, I don't have Instagram. Do you refer on Facebook? No, I don't have Facebook. Stop saying don't have and go and get. It's so simple to go and sign up a new account. Have a play with that platform. See if you like it. If you don't like it, move to the next. It's so easy to create profiles and work on different ways of recruiting. The next one is teach. So if you want to really step this up and go to the next level, I do strongly suggest start teaching it. Now, the reason why you want to teach it is when you begin to teach a product, people will be more likely to want, okay? So not joining because you ask them to, they're going to want to join you and be in your downline because they know being under you is a benefit for them. If you are teaching a product, they know by signing up to you, they're going to have all the guidance. They're going to have all that teaching, all that knowledge given to them from you. So they're more than likely going to do it. They're more than likely going to be active because you're not only bringing them in from them wanting to join you, but you're bringing them in from a knowledge point of view. So they already know what you're talking about because they've been watching the way you teach it. The next one, learn new skills. So learn a new skill and try. Never stop doing what works, but try and add new methods as you go. So whatever you're doing now, if it's working, if you're getting referrals, keep doing it. Okay, don't ever stop doing it. If it's working, don't never stop doing it. But always try and learn a new skill. You can research. You can easily go to YouTube and type simple phrase like how to get more recruits for MLM, or how to get more recruits for network marketing, or how to build a bigger network. You are going to get every single answer you search. Okay, they're all going to come up in mass amounts. Okay, there's going to be so many people teaching it. So go and learn new skills, how to do it. By learning new skills, you've got to go and search. And that was it for this. So I'll stop the screen share. So that's pretty much the basics of it. I've talked a bit fast. I'm sorry about that. But we can just have a talk now. I'll unmute. You can all unmute yourselves. And is there any questions or anything about that others watching could potentially have? Anyone? I think you just got to unmute it. But it's so simple. Like, how simple is that? 4 people, and I honestly believe everyone's got a network of more than 100. It doesn't have to be online only or offline only. It could be at the hairdresser. You never know if you don't ask a question. So.
And when you think about the world population of over 7 billion people, how difficult is getting 4 people?
Exactly. And so many people, don't be discouraged about who you don't get, because like what we had in that first slide is, if you've got 100 people, 96 of them can say no to you. 96. Who cares? Okay, you just need 4. So, and if you get 4 that, like, you get 4 and they're willing to do the same thing, that's just, let's say they've got 100 people, that's a network of now 200 people, because you also recruit through. Okay, so you can, the meeting's going to end in 10 minutes, so just let you know, it just popped up. So let's just say you're recruiting somebody and they say no. Go, okay, well, fair enough. Do you know anyone that might be interested? Because then they can say, well, hang on, Bob, they just opened up another door. So you've got 100. This person said no. Great, awesome. I want your prospects. Do you know anyone that's interested? As soon as they say yes or nah, so no, I have a think. Like, really, just can you connect with me with anyone? They can open you up a whole new network that you didn't have before, because everyone's got that network. If they don't want to use it, why not? Okay, why not slip in there and use their network?
Hey, Scott, I have a comment.
Yeah.
I think it would be good for you to be more specific about what the challenge is. Like, is the challenge for me to get 4 people to upgrade to Pro? Is it to get them to this meeting? Is it to get them, what have I got to do to satisfy the challenge that I have accepted from you?
Okay, so the challenge is, yes, so get 4 people that want to do, like, that want to make money on Webtalk. So even if they don't, so you might refer, let's say 10 people, but 10 people, 8 of those 10 join Webtalk because they just want to use Webtalk like a Facebook. They're not really the type of people that are going to go ahead with this challenge. But if 2 of those 10 join Webtalk because of the money making aspect of it, you want to then give them the challenge. You also then, like, you can try and get them to upgrade and show them the benefits of how much more they can make from an upgrade. And even if you don't, even if they say no to you, you want to give them this challenge. Okay, so yeah, so like John said, the challenge is get 4 to upgrade. How you get 4 to upgrade doesn't matter, but those 4 that upgrade also need to make money. And the moment they want to make money, you bring them to this challenge, because this challenge is going to give them the steps. Oh, sorry, Daniel, I didn't see that.
So I'm thinking that when I have 4 people who have accepted the challenge, I have met my challenge.
Yeah, so then you'll go on to the next step, which will be in the next Zoom. So the first step is getting those 4 that want to commit to the challenge. The next step is going to be making sure those 4 do commit to the challenge and do finish the challenge. If not only by help, like, it's easy to go and get 8 for yourself, but those 8 might not be active. But if you get 4 that are willing to work and then you help those 4 are going, you've just helped them do something they were already trying to do. So therefore, they're going to want to complete the challenge for you, to thank you. Okay, you get a lot of people with an upline and the downline doesn't want to do anything because they don't want to make the upline any money. Okay, and this is on the back of the head. Well, if I earn money, this person's going to get rich, and he doesn't deserve that. Okay, there's so many people like that. So if you do help your 4, you're going to limit the people like that. Now, it's sad, but it's true. So many people will hold themselves back in life because they don't want to make $2 for someone. Because Bob's going to earn $2, so I don't want $1 million. No, if Bob's going to get 2, I don't want $1 million. And this system, they hold themselves back, hold each other back. You going, Daniel? I know Daniel's loving the challenge at the moment. So is Jan, so is Marlon. So yeah, so everyone's understanding at the moment, I think.
Yeah, I was going to ask what the boundaries were. With getting 4, it's not a lot at all. It's the people's mindset, I suppose. And like you said, you're going to get 96 that probably won't say yes, but you just keep going. because they're not like flocking. They're not flocking to this great offer that we have.
No, they won't flock.
But if they can see, you find the 4 out of the 96 or 100. If those ones can see what you can see and what we can all see, the bigger picture, then wow,
I could nearly
they'll say, well,
guarantee.
that's so good.
Yeah, I could nearly guarantee if you got 100 people and you approach 100 people to get your 4, there's not going to be 96 no's. There's going to be less than 96 no's. People just don't approach them 100 people. They just don't do it because they fear they might say no. Who cares? I challenge anyone to get 96 no's next week. If anyone can get 96 no's next week, I can guarantee they just filled their 4 plus the other 4, like plus 4's 4.
Not like they can do it with any approach. They have to. I can approach people in a certain way, and they'll all say no. So basically, you have to make sure people need to make sure they've listened to you as far as how to approach them. So we approach them. I agree with you. If we approach them, what you would say to them,
yeah,
that they're not going to all say no.
Yeah, so
but I can approach them inappropriately, and they'll all say no.
Yeah, so definitely, I believe the way to approach if you're doing a messaging. So we've got the challenge on the groups. Okay, so we're posting on the group. So when you're messaging somebody, I wouldn't approach first with that challenge. I would approach with Webtalk. Okay, and I'll be getting them to Webtalk and also talking about the money making aspect of Webtalk. Now, the ones that show interest in the money making aspect, they're your 4. Okay, bring them over. And let's just say you bring them over. Let's just say you bring 10 over that are interested in making money on Webtalk, and only 4 of them upgrade to pro, and the other 6 are just in the shadows in the group. Don't worry about them other 6. They will come when they begin to see our results, and when they begin to see your results, and when they begin to see everyone else's results. You've got 4 there that have already said yes before they've seen it. They said yes, believing in you. Concentrate on those 4. Okay, the other 6, yes, follow up with them, but those 4 that upgraded and they're really keen for it, concentrate on them, help them, because if you help somebody that's not doing anything, they're going to not do anything more. If you help someone that is doing something and wants it, they're going to do more, especially when they see that first recruit. Especially like once they see that first $2 a month, and then $4 a month, and then $6 a month, the more they see of that and they're already working, the more they're going to work. So yeah, we've got about 3 minutes to, guys, before it shuts off.
One of the things I've heard is that one of the best ways to be successful is find somebody that is successful in doing what you want to do and copy what they're doing. So if somebody in this group is recruiting and getting half yeses, 50 yeses out of every 100, then we need to make sure if we're not getting those results, what is that person doing different than what we're doing?
Yeah.
And I think that you would get more than 4 out of 100.
Yeah, way more.
So we got to figure out what you're doing different from us and do the same thing you're doing.
Yeah, so it all depends on your prospect. So when you're approaching somebody, if they're in, like, if I've got a family member, I'll tell them, join this, do this. But I'm not going to do that to some stranger. Okay, it's going to be a whole different way of recruiting. So you really want to recruit to who you believe the person is, your perception of them. But also don't be fooled, because we all judge wrong. Like, you can find someone and think they're not going to do nothing. They could be the best referrer. You could find someone and think they're going to be the boss. They're going to kill this. They're going to dominate, and they could do nothing. Okay, so make sure you're always open to changing your perception of somebody, because it's going to change. They're going to change it for you if you're not willing. So yeah, so it all depends, and that's like, we're going to be definitely talking about many different ways of recruiting. So, but this one, I really want to push people, go and approach them about Webtalk, because right now, even if they're seeing your post, they don't have a clue what you're talking about. Okay, and if they're your friend, if they're connected with you, you already got permission to message them. Okay, if they're in your phone, if you've got their phone number, you already got their permission to call them. Okay, it's just what you're going to call them about next that's going to decide whether or not they're coming to join. And it doesn't hurt to ask everyone to come and follow you on a new platform. It doesn't, it's not going to kill anybody. There's no shame in it. I've seen heaps of people ask me to go follow them on TikTok. I've seen heaps of people ask me to go follow them on LinkedIn. Why are you looking at Webtalk any different? Just ask them to come follow you and then talk about the money making. Okay. And then if they're interested, if something sparks up in them, follow up with them. So we got less than a minute too. So, and what, like even now, I suggest anyone in your downline, give them this challenge. Like already, like so many people out there, they've got a lot of people on Webtalk, but they're not even giving them this challenge. And that's a mistake right there. So
don't be afraid to share with people that aren't into your downline either.
Yeah, share it to anyone. Yeah, don't
Just
be
because you're not right, just because you're not gonna make some money off somebody because they're not in your downline, you still get good karma. And
yeah,
that is just as valuable.
Indeed. I agree with you, Daniel.